Welcome back to the Frozen Forum podcast. This is the first episode of the playoffs, and it's episode 19 of this season for us. Boy, game one last night against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and man, do we have a whole lot to talk about. But Alex, how are you doing?
Maybe that's how we start out the playoffs. Get in here. Go to Tampa. Tampa's a rockin' building. You know, they got their fans over there, whatever. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Not a problem. No problem.
Because these guys, I mean, look, Tampa all season was this team, oh, they're so tough, they're so physical, whatever. They've lost 3 straight to us.
They've lost 3 straight. We already know who the man of the hour is. That guy, that man of the hour, in his last 4 games against Tampa Bay, has at least 1 goal in every game, at least 2 points in every game. And in the last 2, he has 3 points. And in the last game, 3 goals. What do we have to say? What playoff slav, Olympic slav? I don't know what you want to call it.
Second half slav, man. I mean, look, this guy was like, oh, I don't like this nickname. I'm going to fix it. And look, he was good at the beginning of the season, but holy, has he ever found another level to his game. Came out of that Olympic break. He was saying in an interview last night after the game, he's like, oh, after the Olympics, don't get a lot of rest. You're right back into it. He did not need any rest. He did not need any breaks. This guy is good to go. He had a weird hit at one point in that game where he kind of went awkwardly in the boards. And I thought, uh-oh. And then he gets back up and he starts cross-checking the guy. I'm like, oh, he's fine. Let's go. He's fired up.
That is what woke him up. It was right after that he got the goal, the first power play.
Right after that. You listen to what he said. What was the first thing that they needed to do last night? Was get out there, first line, first shift. You got to get out there and hit people. If you get out there and hit people, you get your comfort zone. You get in your zones. I thought we executed pretty well for the whole game. Honestly, but take some bad penalties. They also take a bunch of other penalties that don't get called, but and when we get called for a bunch of things that we also didn't do. By the way, when charging penalty, it's charging when you're trying to hit the guy. Fun fact, just for all the people out there who don't know what charging is, it's when you're trying to hit the guy. Anyways.
Okay, we're both on the different end of this of the stance there. Yeah, Tampa Bay, just undisciplined penalties. Jake Gensel should never be taking that penalty at the end of a game.
That penalty's bad. That penalty's a bad penalty to take.
Very, very bad, especially heading into OT.
I want to say, Nathan, in the last couple of games in the regular season, I don't know how you felt. I wasn't feeling great about our power play. It wasn't quite clicking. We played Philly. We played, a few other teams. I think we were 0 for something in the Tampa game, or maybe we scored 1 goal like right after. I was not feeling good. I've got a theory because what I saw last night was something I haven't seen all season. I've never seen our power play be that dominant. Like, we were everywhere at once. There was nothing that stopped moving. The puck was moving the entire time. I got lost watching it. How are you supposed to defend against that? I've got a theory for you, Nathan. I want you to hear me out. I think this whole season, every single time the Habs scored on the power play, I think Marty said, okay, guys, you've used that play. Now draw up a new play. And then you're going to try to do that. And until you can score with that play, you're going to do it. And then when they would score with that play, he'd do it again. Because last night, I swear they did 15 different things on the power play.
You saw the power of the Habs power play last night, and you bet your ass that the Tampa Bay Lightning and John Cooper saw that as well. And they are going to be a lot more disciplined heading into game 2 tomorrow. So this team, was Anderson's goal a shorthanded goal or a power play goal as well? Well,
it was all of Slav's goals on the power play.
All of Slav's goals were power play.
Yeah, we're 3 for 6. 3 for 6.
Yep. We're gonna have to score on 5-on-5 situations because they are not going to be taking as many bad penalties. I also think that there were some makeup calls for earlier in the game, and those refs at the beginning of the game, like the Hagel interference in particular, what led to Jake Evans' 4-minute high sticking penalty. Refs have their discretion. That high stick does not happen if there's no interference on Hagel. In my mind, it's a bad call. I understand these people online.
Goalie high stick. The goalie high stick, right?
Yeah, you're right. Goalie high stick.
Yeah. No, because the rule is it's not a high stick if the player of the same team does something that makes the stick hit the guy, right? But I will say this to the defense of the officials, because they did review it. I think that Goalie had his stick up before he got hit. The reason it hit whoever got it was Point, right? Who got high sticked.
His stick was definitely too high. I agree with that. but it never hits his face if Hagel
Look,
doesn't interfere.
the big one, Anderson it's not charging. I'm sorry. It's not charging. Like
Man, that whole Anderson sequence was
that whole
because a minute before that he gets that goal that gets called back because of the high stick.
goal that gets called back to the high, and it was a high stick,
It was.
but I mean, that charging call does not get made unless you're John Cooper, because I swear he was barking at the refs about something, and then they were like, okay, fine, we'll call a 5 and then we'll review it. They did not have a hand up in the air. They didn't have, like, it was an unfortunate, you sandwiched the guy. Like, you're supposed to be charge the guy into the boards, or like it's like an open ice hit the guy doesn't see coming. Like, this guy, first of all, he's looking towards Anderson. He turns his back on him, and then Anderson, knowing that he's got his back turned, he like tries to get out of the way, and he only hits him because Philip Danault is the other guy battling with this guy, and Philip Danault pushes him a little bit, and then that push makes him get in the way, like the shoulder. It's a shoulder on shoulder hit, basically, with Anderson trying to get out of the way. That's why Anderson fell. If Anderson tried to hit him, the guy would be dead. He'd be gone. He would have been through the boards. The glass would have broke. Like done. Game over. Like, that's what a charge is. No. He tried to avoid the hit because he knew the person was defenseless.
It would have been like the Mark Scheifele on Jake Evans back in
Yeah,
2021.
it would have been terrible. It would have been terrible if you tried to hit him. Philip Dell might be hurt too. Like, I mean, Anderson, that's not a small guy
That's
coming at
not
you.
a small
Like,
guy.
he's gonna go through both of the guys.
Speaking of Josh Anderson, this guy, he just cranks the knob up when it comes playoff time. First goal for the Habs this season, or for the postseason. There's not much to say. Like, he gets that first goal,
We
lights it
called
up.
it last game.
I don't know
We
if you
called
see,
yeah.
but Vasi is cheating. He's cheating a lot
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
to try and read that pass, but Anderson read that perfectly and he just fires it.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And well, Anderson was going to pass. Like, that's the thing, right? Anderson sets up the pass. You can call it like deception on Anderson's part, maybe. I mean, I look at the deception, like the Demidov pass to Slavkovsky on the power play that got the one-timer from the right dot. I mean, that was just picture perfect. You look at everybody on the ice, nobody knew he passed the puck. What are you supposed to do? No, look, the reason I said I gave you that theory at the beginning, you still haven't told me if I'm right or wrong. This whole season, we've gone through these ups and downs. We've been like, oh, we're scoring a bunch of power play goals and then they drop off. We score a bunch of power play goals in a different way. We would drop off. Score a bunch of power play goals in a completely different, like, we would switch around the order. We would put, okay, Hudson's going to go here. Look, we scored one of those goals Slavkovsky scored was from the right dot. One was from the left dot. One was from the slot. And all four of the other guys is not like they're staying still and Slavkovsky's being like Connor McDavid and just going wherever he wants to be. No. Hudson was on the goal line for one. Caulfield was on the right side for one. What are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to stay? And look, I mean, I look at the same thing, to be honest. I can't believe we don't score more 4-on-4 goals, because when we put out like Gooley, Hudson, Suzuki, and Caulfield, I mean, like what are you supposed to do if you're the defense? The way these guys pass the puck and they move around and they do these drop passes and one person's skating here, one person, all of a sudden you're skating into your own players and we've got wide open ice. It's like, I don't know how you defend against that.
Yep. Yeah, I know. It was just unreal, especially Nick Suzuki last night. Even though he didn't do anything flashy, whenever he had the puck or he was around the puck, he controlled it. He was reading everything well, what the defense were going to do when they were trying to break out. He stopped a few of them, and he just sets the play up in the offensive zone without doing it in a flashy way.
Okay. Let's go 3 stars of the game. Your 3 stars. Obviously, Slavkovsky's first. Done.
Yep.
2,
Josh Anderson. Pretty straightforward. 3, I'm gonna give it. Okay, I'll give it to Nick Suzuki, but I want to give an honorable mention because we said at the beginning of the playoffs our defense would be the shakiest thing about our play. And who is our shakiest defenseman? Arbor Jacki. I thought he played very well last night. He played well in that highly physical environment. He wasn't making dumb plays because there were a few times on the ice where it was getting heated. And I thought he was going to start throwing punches when we did not need that to happen, and he didn't. He controlled himself really well. And when he had the puck on the ice, he was doing the right thing every time.
Jacki is a big game guy, I gotta say. He is a big game guy. Look, I agree with your first 2. I'm giving the 3rd star to Marty St. Louis. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think anybody else in the world has ever done that. Marty St. Louis, what a coaching masterclass. Like, if anybody out there watching this video, none of you want to be coaches, probably. But if you've made it to this video somehow and you want to be a coach, go back and watch what Marty St. Louis did in this game. First of all, the Tampa Bay Lightning scored 2 goals within 50 something seconds or whatever it was. So crazy, crazy fast, right? What does he do? What does the textbook say to do in that situation to calm your team down in the playoffs? Big game, game one. You can't let it go out of control. What do? You call timeout, right? That's what the book says. Does he call the timeout? No. Calls the ref over. And for 30 seconds, he has a conversation with the ref going, hey, what the hell's going on? Why aren't you giving me like this guy got upended? Like that was obviously holding the stick. Like, why aren't you calling that? Like you guys are so dumb, right? He's doing all this kind of stuff. I guarantee you, if the game is 1-1 in that moment, it's a 10-second conversation. They're back to playing hockey. They score 2 goals in 50-something seconds. He takes 40 seconds of the ref's time. All of a sudden, you got your timeout for free. You keep your timeout, and then when you call a timeout, when you got your first power play unit that's a little bit tired in overtime, right? If you use your timeout back there when it's 2-1, right? And you signal to everybody that you're scared, maybe Tampa feeds off of that. Maybe Tampa takes that as like a whatever. No. You just slow the game down. You let your players relax for a second. You send them back out. And then you keep the timeout for when you need it. I thought it was brilliant. Look, you go back to all of the videos we've had since we started this podcast. We've talked a lot about Marty at different points in time. There's a bunch of things he was supposed to do that he didn't do, that whatever. It's all in the past. I think he's fixed every single one of the things that we would have complained about.
I 100% agree.
Next coach, Team Canada. Marty St. Louis, next coach of Team Canada. I think, I don't have any doubts about it. And he'll still be coaching the Habs by then. That's the crazy thing, right? Like he's like the third longest tenured coach in the NHL right now, behind
Really?
John Cooper and Rod Brindamore.
Wow, I did not know that. Huh?
Maybe Colorado too. Maybe Jared Bednar's been there a little bit. So call it fourth longest then.
Lindy Ruff.
Where? Buffalo? But he was Lindy Ruff was hired like 2 weeks ago? Like, come on.
Okay, I wanted to bring up 3 other things. First thing, Caulfield last night. He's quiet, but the reason he's quiet is because they are pretty much double teaming him. They're not letting him get anything, which is exactly why it was a power play. You don't want Caulfield to get a shot on a power play. But when you do that and put too much attention on Caulfield, you leave Slav wide open. So you already know that after this game, they're gonna be marking Slav a little bit harder, which is gonna give Caulfield that space tomorrow. I'm taking a Caulfield goal tomorrow.
Take the Caulfield goal. I mean, look, this is go back to Jonathan Drouin on the power play 1, right? What was the problem with Montreal's power play for so long? Is like, you can double team whoever you want because Jonathan Drouin is not going to shoot the puck. Who are you supposed to defend on this power play? And look, I mean, let's think about this. Going back to what I was saying earlier, Nathan. I mean, I think you're totally right. They're double teaming Caulfield. What happens when Caulfield's everywhere on the ice? When he's moving, he's not Alex Ovechkin. You can't put 2 guys. You could put 2 guys on Alex Ovechkin because he doesn't move. He's always there, right? He's always on the dot. You can't if you try to put 2 guys on Caulfield, you're gonna have 3 guys open because nobody's gonna know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Look, I mean, I think John Cooper is a very overrated coach. I think he doesn't deserve the Jack Adams, and I think that the reason the Tampa Bay Lightning have lost 6 straight at home in the playoffs is because John Cooper has it in his head that he's the smartest coach in the NHL, and he thinks he can play matchups and he can put the right line against the right line. And he's getting, I just think he's not getting the matchups he should be getting. He's not putting the right guys out at the right times because he's not admitting the fact that he might be wrong sometimes. Which, we'll take that. We'll take another one tomorrow.
Absolutely. And more stupid penalties.
Take those every day.
Absolutely. Next thing. Fans TV. I don't know if you heard about this story before the game, but they pulled up and they brought 5,000 red towels with them to the game, and every single Habs fan in that arena got one. And after every Habs goal, on those shots where you look at the arena, you see those red towels going. It's not like when we went to Buffalo and it was genuinely 60% Habs fans, but those red towels made it different. You could see it on the TV. We were populated in that arena.
We were populated. Give me Buffalo, Montreal second round, man. Please.
We can talk about Buffalo after this.
Please. Let me wave a red towel in Buffalo. I might get my head taken off with a beer can because it's Buffalo, but it'll be worth it.
Oh my goodness. And we can talk about Buffalo in a second, but the last thing I wanted to bring up, I feel like another star that is deserving is Jakub Dobish. This guy was so calm the entire game.
I thought everything but that second goal. I put a little bit of that second goal on him. It was a nice move by it was Cirelli that scores, right? It was a nice move by Cirelli.
He's in so tight though.
Or is
It
it
was Hagel.
Hagel?
It was Hagel.
Yeah. No, he's in tight, but I thought Dobish looked a little bit too hesitant on that one. But he bounced back pretty quick, and I mean, some of the saves he made last night were just I need that every single night, please. Like, just show me that you're confident. Just show me like I can't imagine how much easier it is to play in front of goalie that looks confident like that. Like, is brilliant. I do think we need to get more shots. I think the big thing tomorrow, like we need more 5-on-5 shots. We've got to get the lines rolling a little bit better. We've got to get like the Demidov line is getting matched up against the Kucherov line. That's a matchup.
Yep. The Russians.
Demidov hit Kucherov, by the way, in that game. I don't know.
Yeah,
That was one of the best moments of the game, I think.
I saw that. Yeah. Jack, I was actually getting in Kucherov's head too, just giving him
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of shots.
Yeah,
Loved
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Don't let them. I mean, like, look. I think overall in this game, obviously we're a Habs fan. We're Habs fans, right? So like we're gonna say this, but I think the calls, majority of them went Tampa's way. I'm mostly certain it's a cross-checking penalty when you break your stick over a guy.
Might be.
That wasn't called. I mean that Slavkovsky slash was absolutely ridiculous. That was brutal. You can argue the charging call all you want. That one was. Ooh, I don't know about that one, buddy. I mean, like, hold on to your stick there, eh? You got two hands.
I understand the charging call, but the Slav one was horrendous. I get a text from Leighton right after the call happens, and he goes, Slavkovsky should be suspended for 5 games. That's slash. Sarcastic.
Yeah, of course. No, look, I think after next game we're gonna get Leighton to give us 5 points. I want his like 5 key takeaways or 3 key takeaways from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds good.
because we need
Maybe
we,
we'll
we
see
need
if
a camp.
we can bring him on a quick episode.
Yeah, I guarantee you he's not coming on the podcast. But no, we'll see if we can't get that out of him. But look, game 2 coming up tomorrow.
Game 2 tomorrow night. And actually,
Nathan,
one more thing comes to mind.
yeah,
I just brought up Dobish, thinking about Montreal goalies. I don't know if you heard that story yesterday or 2 days ago. Apparently last year, Carey Price was making a real comeback attempt.
I did hear this. I did see this story.
Could you just envision this team with a Carey Price in goal? Obviously, his knee was hurting and he wasn't in the best shape to come play. But Carey Price on this team?
Look, I think his aura enough would have stopped any puck. I mean, like, look, the guy would have stood in the net and they're doing a force field. Like the people would come on the ice from the other team and bow down to like congratulations. No, I mean, I think part of that, I'm not gonna lie, part of that is I'm sure the NHL was looking into it from like an LTIR perspective. They're trying to be a little bit more. They're trying not to be too lenient about LTIR, right? So I'm sure there was something like, hey, you need to like you can't just sit at home all day and tell us you're still injured. I'm sure that was part of it too. But there's no doubt in my mind, Carey Price is the ultimate competitor, and if he was trying it out, he was really hoping that it was fine. And look, Chris Kreider can go never win a cup ever, and it's fine, I guess. Tit for tat.
Is it though?
Speaking of Chris Kreider, aren't you excited to see him get swept by Connor McDavid?
Yes, I am. Well, weren't you just saying the other day that the Ducks are a little
Look,
scary and
listen. This is a great time to do brackets. We're going to do brackets and then we're going to sign off. I have my bracket.
me too?
I have 2 different brackets, but I have a bracket that I've been changing because apparently you could change the NHL bracket up until today at 7 o'clock. And then I forgot to change my other one because I would have made it match. But I got to bring it up here, okay?
I'll find mine. Like if I could have changed something, I would have changed Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does not look good.
Pittsburgh did not look good. All right. I got my bracket up.
I also have mine. All right, you want to start?
Okay, let's what do you want to do first?
Let's do the West first.
All right. Western Conference, Colorado, LA. Who do you got?
Colorado in 5.
I've got Colorado in 4. Sweep. That's one of my sweeps.
One of, okay. Dallas, Minnesota. I have Dallas in 6.
I have. What is going on here? I did down. Shout out to this NHL website that doesn't let you see your whole bracket in one screen. All right. Dallas, you've got Dallas in 6. I've got Dallas in 7. I think I had Dallas in 5 to begin with, and Minnesota won that first game, and they looked really good. So I've adjusted Dallas in 7.
Okay. Utah, Vegas, what do you have?
I got Vegas in 6.
You changed that now. I kept it, obviously, because I didn't change it, but Utah in 6. I probably would have made a change too.
Look, I was watching that Utah team last night too. I watched a little bit of that game, and I don't know. I had belief in Utah. I don't have belief in Utah. Logan Cooley's too small, man.
I don't know. I think that they just need to get warm. That was their first playoff game ever. It's warming up the franchise, you know? Okay, Edmonton,
One more.
Anaheim.
I hate to do it. I took Edmonton. I took Edmonton in 4.
Okay, I did 5.
I've decided that Edmonton, that Connor McDavid will have more points than any other player in the Stanley Cup playoffs in the first round. I think he's putting up 6 points a game. In 4 games, I think he's putting up 24 points in the first round of playoffs.
Okay, hold on a minute.
And
Just
I'm
so
not
you know.
kidding. I'm not kidding. I don't know what you're putting out there as Anaheim to stop it.
Okay, it's 10 minutes into the first period of the first game. They have 8 shots. Let's see how many of them are his line. McDavid, Hyman. No, Hyman doesn't even. It's just McDavid. But yeah, I agree. McDavid's going to be doing crazy things. 24 points, crazy. I love the clickbait here.
Look, yeah, he's doing it. Like, I'm actually like, I would not be surprised in this series, especially if McDavid has a game where he puts up like 9 points and it's like 13-7 is the final score. Like, there is no defense in these games. I don't know where either team is getting defense from.
I agree. Okay, let's just go second round then. Colorado, Dallas.
I got Colorado.
Yep, me too.
And I want to take Colorado in that. That's going 7. That series better go 7.
You think so? I think Colorado still gets it done in 5 or 6. They look too dominant, but then here's where we differ. I have Edmonton, Utah. You have Edmonton, Vegas.
I've got Edmonton coming out of that.
Me too. So now we're back
I
on the
don't think
same
it
page.
matters. I don't think it matters what comes out of Vegas, Utah. I don't like either of those 2 teams. And Carter Hart can go, back to that hotel room and be the person under the covers. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's go. Colorado, Edmonton. You got Edmonton. You big Edmonton believer over there. I've got Colorado. I think
Okay.
that's done in like 6.
Okay, fair enough. I've said my stance on this a million times, so
Of course, we've heard it.
you
Okay,
already
let's
know.
go. Let's go Eastern Conference. I got some fun ones.
Buffalo, Boston.
Buffalo in 6.
That's exactly what I have. Montreal, Tampa Bay.
Montreal in 6.
Montreal in 7. Ottawa, Hurricanes.
I got Carolina in 6.
Ottawa in 7. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia. This one
You
is going to
told me you would have Philly if you could have changed it.
be. Yes,
And I
I have.
believe you. I believe you because Pittsburgh looked not good in that first one.
They also got shut out tonight.
I've got in my bracket Philly in 7. I really, really almost did put Philly in 5.
Yeah, they look stronger than I thought they were going to look. I have Pittsburgh in
Philly?
6 in my. Oh my gosh, bro. I have Pittsburgh in 6. Let's just keep going. Buffalo, Montreal.
I got Montreal, obviously.
Yeah, me too. And then I have Ottawa and Pittsburgh. Who do you have?
Sorry, you got Ottawa, Pittsburgh. I've got Carolina, Philly. I've got Philly beating Carolina.
I like that. They're struggling against Ottawa. I don't really. Philly looks
Ottawa's a good
strong.
team. Philly. I will say this: I don't think I've seen a team play like the neutral zone ever. Like Philly's playing the neutral zone right now. Like everything that is going up the middle, there's nothing. Like you don't have you can't get in the zone. You cannot score goals if you're not in the offensive zone. Philly's a scary team. I did not realize what kind of hockey Philly's. Philly's a scary team.
I know.
Porter Martone is here.
No, bro. Frig. This guy. He's a rookie?
He's a rookie. He's played 2 games in the NHL or something like that. He's like he only came over because what was it, Wisconsin or whatever, like
Because of
lost in the Frozen Four.
Yeah, it's crazy. So you have Philadelphia. I have Montreal, Pittsburgh in the conference finals.
Could still happen.
It could still happen.
I think Carolina's a fraud team. I honestly thought they were a better team, and I've been watching those games too. And I'm not going to say that Ottawa's a bad team because they're not by any stretch of them. Like, no matter how you define bad, Ottawa is not it. But I mean, Carolina just
They have all the skill they need, but it's
look,
just
they were up 2-0 this game. Like Stankoven scores in the first, Aho scores in the second, and then they give up 2 goals and it's 2-2, and nobody scored in 2 periods, basically. Yeah, no, I don't know. Carolina's like they're gonna get a lot of shots, and I think if it is Carolina Pittsburgh or if it's Carolina Philly, like their goaltenders are gonna have to save a lot of shots, but none of them are gonna be that high danger. Like nobody on Carolina is going to the hard places on the ice. And you can give me Stahl or whatever his name is fighting Brady Tkachuk is like, oh, I'm setting the tone for the series. Like what happened after that? Like nobody hit each other for 7 minutes. Like, okay,
yeah.
like
yeah. There was 1 shot on goal in that 10 minutes too.
yeah.
Okay, so on my end, Montreal, Pittsburgh. On your end, Montreal, Philadelphia.
And keep in mind, Montreal Philly, that's a throwback. Give me 2010, which is when Halak was in net, I think, or Price was in net and Halak was the backup or something like that. I think Halak was in net for the 2010 run. Or no, was it 2010? Yeah, it must have been 2010 because 2011 was the Boston run, right? So like Boston wins the cup in 11. And in 2010 is Montreal Philadelphia conference final. Give it to me again. That year, Philadelphia beat us in 6 and or 5 or something like that, and went on to lose to the Chicago Blackhawks, who at the time were the powerhouses of the West.
That's changed up a lot.
Give me Colorado, Montreal in my final.
Okay. I have Edmonton, Montreal. How many goals do you have in the final? And
28.
I have 33, and we both have the same champion. Les habitants. Les
It's
habitants.
a good bracket. I like the bracket this year. I think I see the storylines coming into fruition. Look, I mean, the Colorado team is going to smoke LA. I don't care how close the first game was. There's always nerves in the first one. Like, LA does not have the depth to match that. I do think, like, looking at it, Nathan, the advantage that Montreal has in this playoffs is A, they've got the best defenseman in the playoffs. Did you hear
Say
what I
that
just said?
again.
Did you hear what I just said? A, we have the best defenseman in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
B, we have the best power forward in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
C, we've got the best goal scorer in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think you need anything more than that. And D, we've got the best rookie goalie.
The best rookie goalie. This is true.
I'm not going to go out and say he's the best yet. If we beat Tampa, I'm saying he's the best. And that's not saying I think Vasilevsky's better. That's just saying I think he has to prove it first. And then when he proves it,
Then he's the best. The best
Ovechkin's the
goalie
best.
remaining in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Who's better? What goalie is even in this playoffs? I mean, who's the goalie for, like, look, Ottawa's going to lose to Carolina, right? So in the second round, right? In your second round, who's a better goaltender than Jakub Dobeš?
Linus Ullmark, because they're beating Carolina. But
Like in yours, I mean, they're about to be down 2-0 in a series.
you think they're losing this game?
Yeah, I think they're losing this game.
We'll see.
And also,
I hope
Linus
there's-
Ullmark isn't a good goalie. Go back and watch all of the tape when he was in Buffalo. Linus Ullmark is a good goalie when there's a D core in front of him, when there's a forward core in front of him that actually know how to play hockey. Like, that's it.
We shall see. We shall see. I've
No,
liked
but,
what I've
but,
seen.
but, like, actually serious, right? Like, who's the best goaltenders in the NHL right now? Logan Thompson, not in the
Linus
playoffs.
Ullmark.
Ilya Sorokin, not in the playoffs. Like, let me pull up here. Ready? Right now. Give me some stats. Shout out Evolving Hockey.
Dostal's been decent.
Dostal's been absolute jack, whatever. Fill in the blank to whatever that word is, okay? Look, Jakub Dobeš, ninth best goalie in terms of goals saved above expected for the season. Give me 2,000 minutes played. Or, sorry, shots faced? Sure. Give me 1,500. And then give me... Did they lose? They lost, right? Yeah. Get Edmonton out. Get these guys out, man.
Oilers, man. We're supposed to go to Ottawa for the second round.
Look, Jakub Dobeš, ready? He is on Evolving Hockey, according to goals saved above expected. He's 9th in the NHL. Already, you know who's in front of him? Okay, Logan Thompson, didn't make the playoffs. Ilya Sorokin didn't make the playoffs. Jeremy Swayman gone in the first round. Andrei Vasilevsky gone in the first round. Igor Shesterkin, like 5th or 6th last in the NHL. Spencer Knight, not in the playoffs. Scott Wedgwood, who has played 2 more games than Dobeš and has only saved 1 goal above expected more. So on a per game basis, Dobeš is ahead of Wedgwood, and 8th is Jet Greaves from the Columbus Blue Jackets, who did not make the playoffs. So from a goal saved above expected perspective, after this first round, goal saved above expected per game, minimum 1,500 shots against, Jakub Dobeš will be the best goaltender left in the playoffs.
Okay. I'd like to hear it. We have everything we need to win the cup.
Everything we need. Guess who's leading the NHL playoffs in goals?
Juraj Slafkovsky.
Time on ice?
Lane Hudson.
Lane Hudson with 29 minutes played in that first game. And we only played like a minute and a half of overtime. So that's a 28-minute game for Lane Hudson right there. Guess who's tied for points?
Juraj Slafkovsky.
Juraj Slafkovsky. What other fun stats do we have here? Hold on.
Who is the only player in Montreal Canadiens history to get 3 power play goals in a single postseason game? Juraj Slafkovsky.
Is he actually really the only one? Wow. What was that other stat? Did you find that other stat for me?
What other stat?
The Habs players to complete hat trick in playoff overtime. But yeah, this is what it was. Slafkovsky becomes the 3rd youngest Canadian to score a playoff hat trick behind Boom Boom Geoffrion and Howie Morenz, the first in franchise history with 3 playoff goals in a postseason game. I swear there's another stat on screen yesterday. I can't.
Update from the Senators game. Overturned. Offside.
Really?
It was said 3-2. It now says 2-2. They're apparently reviewing it. Confirmed no goal.
Wow.
This is also just a chat on the score. So, oh my god, I think it's game's still going.
Yo, let me pull it up. I don't believe it. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. Everybody is looking at the board in absolute shock as the goal is called back. It is 2.
Now it
And the
says
game continues.
3-2. Huh?
It's 2-2. 2-2 is fine. What do you mean it's 3-2?
I think my app is glitching.
3-2 for who?
It says 3-2 Hurricanes, but now it says 2-2 Hurricanes. Or 2.
Crazy. Imagine thinking you lost the game. Sorry, what is this here? Was it
Wow.
offside?
Yeah, offside apparently. All right, I want to wrap up this episode so I can go watch the rest of this game.
Yeah.
It's becoming an entertaining game. To those of you that there actually might be a few more of you than regular this time because this is a shorter episode than normal. Thank you for watching this episode. We really appreciate all of you. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, that like button, leave a comment, and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we post a video. It helps us grow tremendously. And I think there's 63 of you now, if I'm not mistaken. We really appreciate it. Our goal is to hit 200 by the end of this playoffs. Oh, baby, we're almost there. And I don't know how we won't with this team. This team is unreal. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure that you listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast content. And thank you for watching this episode. We'll catch you again tomorrow night after Game 2. Au revoir et bonne soirée.